So I have kind of a comment and a question. So first, the comment. So if you think about it, as much as you Star Trek writers have grown up and been inspired by NASA, this decade is exciting because the technology is starting to emerge that NASA is now being inspired by Star Trek. And that's what I find fascinating and mind-blowing, that there's someone here who's working on work drive. We're trying to build a holodeck. There's people in my department who are trying to build literally a Star Trek communicator. And we're calling it the holodeck. We're calling it the Star Trek communicator.
Can we see those things?
It's in the building. But all these things are as a result of you guys, because we, the creativity inspires people to really do these things, because otherwise, people wouldn't necessarily want to do them, especially if it's expensive, but people want to do them because they're inspired by science fiction. And so, I don't know, what do you guys think about that?
Well, I think you're making our job harder, because now we have to step up our game. Because now what was fiction is becoming reality, and suddenly we look like we're behind the curve, so now we got to work harder. But that's good. I think that as you guys bring this stuff into the world and make it actually work, that pushes us to say, well, how do we dream bigger? How do we dream bolder? What are the new horizons we can explore? And I guess one of the things that sort of troubles me, to come back to what we were talking about earlier, public perception, is that one of the arguments I always see, against the mission to Mars or missions to go, and even leave our solar system is, well, what's it going to cost? What's going to be the budget on that? And that argument always drives me crazy, because not everything should be measured in terms of profit motive. And that's the other reason it troubles me, that we're seeing corporations are starting to take the lead in space exploration and colonization talk, because I don't think certain things should be privatized. I think that there is a benefit to the human race in space exploration and what you guys do that should not be just measured on a profit and loss sheet. The survival of the human race depends on getting off this planet and getting to other stars, getting to other planets, and continuing to spread and grow. And I don't think that you can put a price tag on that. I think the people who insist on putting a price tag on that are thinking too short term. So I think that part of our duty from a creative standpoint is to continue to inspire people with the dream of getting out there and going farther, so that you guys can get the funding you need to make it happen.
One of the things we were discussing this morning during the tour was it's almost a symbiotic relationship between the reality and the fantasy. Star Trek was inspired by the advances in the space program, and now we're seeing it go the other way. And like I said, we have to step up our game now, because, oh look, he was typing on a little data pad back in 1987, and that's so cute for the 24th century, but look, we have it now. And that's just, and watching, I've been trying to get my daughters to be engaged in this. They feed off me, my love of science fiction and the space program, and I buy them books at the Smithsonian, and my wife will tell you I never pass up a chance to buy a space book for them, for the girls. I was sitting here with my daughter the other day, and we were watching an update on the Voyager probe, which is just now making its way out of the solar system. I was, 4 when it was launched, and I'm trying to instill in her just the awesome nature of that. This is what happens. This is what happens when humans decide, let's go. And that's what I'm trying to get her to get involved in. It's all like, Dave, it's not about money. It's about what's next dream. How do we get there? What does it take to get there? What is it that's going to motivate us to finally say, let's go?